Now, Plaid Cymru has announced plans for a commission to examine how Wales can become independent within 10 years. The Plaid leader, Adam Price, in a speech in Carnarvon last night, said people wanted detailed, practical answers to questions about independence. The commission will report it at the end of next year. Well, Delyth Jewell is the Plaid Cymru AM for South East Wales. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Claire.
So the commission, just talk us through this, is going to work for a year and then report on how Wales can become independent within a decade.
Well, yes, certainly by 2030. I mean, so some of the issues that we're going to be looking at include how Wales will need to close the fiscal gap. So the difference between the taxes that we raise in Wales and what we spend. We don't spend more than the European average, but we don't raise as much because we don't have as many high-paid jobs in Wales as we should have. So looking to close that, we are hoping to work with the Citizens' Assembly to look at having a written Welsh constitution. And we'd want to work with the Citizens' Assembly because we want this to be something where the views of the people of Wales inform everything that we're going to be recommending. This has to be something that belongs to the people of Wales, and we'd be looking to produce a new self-determination bill by the end of next year as well. A draft of that. We'd obviously be looking to produce that after 2021.
And is this part of your election pitch?
Well, certainly, I mean, it is part of the election pitch, I suppose, but really, when we look at everything that's happening with Brexit, I think that it's almost something that it would be wrong for people not to be considering how Wales could be an independent country. I mean, increasingly, we're hearing how likely it is that Scotland will become independent. Also, there may well be an Irish border poll, and even figures within the Labour Party have in recent days been saying that a union of Wales and England just wouldn't work.
Can I just ask, the commission is going to be led by a former Plaid AM. It's hardly independent then, isn't it?
Well, we've been calling on the Labour Party in Wales to set up a Welsh Constitutional Convention for a very long time, and they have so far resisted to do this.
Because many people might say, surely this is going to come up with the answers that you want to hear.
Well, this is one of the very reasons, Claire, why we want to work with the Citizens' Assembly and to make sure that this is not the politicians telling people what we want them to hear, but us listening to what people want us to hear. So we're going to be working the whole way through with the people of Wales. But I think that most of your listeners, Claire, will appreciate that looking at the current situation that we're in, especially economically, things can't continue as they are. And so we do really need to be looking at the alternatives and how we are going to be managing ourselves within the next, certainly by 2030.
But is independence the answer? Do you find people are really talking about this on the doorstep? I mean, polls would suggest otherwise.
Well, polls have increasingly been seeing that there are more and more people who would be thinking that independence is certainly something that we will have to consider, again, looking at everything that's happening with the chaos in Westminster. Now, if we look at the economy,
sorry to interrupt you. Let me just bring this to you, just while we're on the theme of polls. You know, our sources here at the BBC say Plaid, you claim support for independence is consistently around 30%, but the three most recent polls, well, they put it at around 21 to 24%. And the latest for ITV, the question, how would you vote, or would you vote rather, for independence tomorrow, had 22% yes, 57% no. That would indicate you've got a mountain to climb.
Oh, I mean, polls always have to come with a health warning, of course, because it depends on how exactly the questions are asked. But in the last few polls, if you take out the don't knows, then the yeses are certainly, which is what most psephologists will often do, then support for independence is a lot higher than that. But again, most of your listeners, Claire, will certainly appreciate that more and more people in the past few months have been talking about this. Cadwyn Jones, the past First Minister of Wales, has been saying that this is something that it would almost be but it would be wrong to not be looking at this as an option.
Talking about it, but still very much questionable about whether people actually want it. Let's talk about the fiscal gap, because you've mentioned that already. I mean, that is the heartbeat in all of this, isn't it? No number of commissions will make Wales richer, will they?
Well, no number of commissions will, but we need to look at the situation that we're in. And I think that the fiscal gap, so again, just to explain to your listeners, the fiscal gap is the gap between the amount of taxes that we raise in Wales and what we actually spend in Wales. I mean, I think that shows how the current setup can't continue, and that we do need to have, we should need to look at independence, because our economy has been mismanaged by generations of Westminster governments. So we have the lowest wages of the UK average in Wales. A third of our children are living in poverty. This can't continue. So that, again, is why we're not saying we should have a referendum on this tomorrow. We would need to work for many years to recalibrate the way that our economy works and have mass investment in infrastructure to get more high-skilled, high-paid jobs in Wales.
I mean...
Yes.
I was just going to say, the economic case is the thing that this hangs on, really. I mean, isn't the truth here, though, with respect, that Wales is economically dependent on England?
I mean, I can't imagine any of your listeners being happy with that state of affairs. I mean, I think that our economy in Wales is an extractive economy. No wealth is really created here in Wales. Why on earth would we want to be in a situation where we are not living up to our full potential? There's nothing intrinsic about the state of affairs that we're in. And you'll get lots of people, I'm sure, saying that, oh, well, we're too small to be independent. They are many countries in the world that are independent that have far smaller populations than we have. The problem is that we have been extracted from for many generations and we've been mismanaged economically. There's nothing intrinsic about that, and that is exactly why we're setting up the commission, and we're going to be hearing from experts because, unlike the Brexiteers, we want our future work to be informed by experts and to see exactly how this could work for the benefit of the people of Wales.
And that report will be out at the end of next year. Delyth Jill, good to talk to you. Thank you very much. Plaid Cymru AM for South East Wales.